All right. Okay, so we are now hooked up to a hotspot. For anybody just joining, we're restarting over here. Auden Cabello, he is an independent journalist as well and local on this side. So he's kind of giving me some insight as to what's going on out here. Right now we are at the temporary shelter, basically, that houses about 300 to 400 migrants. You stole it from me. 300 to 400 migrants out here, mostly Haitian, as you see, a lot of little kids. But this is just a situation for them that's temporary. A lot of these people, Auden, like we were talking about, were in the park.
Yes.
That was not very great conditions at that point either.
It was very similar to underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
And some of these families were underneath the bridge. Some never made it out to being under the bridge, but they were at the park. And so the local government here, along with the state, federal government, they designated this area for them and accommodated it as a shelter, so they can all be here and have at least better living conditions.
Yeah, totally.
Underneath the bridge.
Yeah, and so a lot of these folks too, from what Luis was telling us, the Chamber of Commerce president here in Acuna, was telling us a lot of these folks want to stay here in Mexico, want to work. So this is kind of a joint effort with the Mexico side to be able to provide them a better situation here as well.
And yes, and some of them have spoken to them, and they prefer to stay here in Mexico. So immigration has been on site providing assistance and getting their paperwork in order. So they're here legally. And then, some have gone out looking for a job here in Ciudad Acuna. Others, I know of others that have taken a bus to other locations, Monterrey,
Hola.
Other cities in northern Mexico. But yeah.
¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
Bien. Let me throw that for you. Here, let me throw your ball. You want to hit it? Ready? Woo! I think I got you a strike there. I win. Okay, let's try one more time. Una más. Ready? Oh, almost, man. Okay, so again, we've got about 300 to 400 people here at any given day. Does that count kids too, or no?
I'm not too sure. I'm thinking that's adults only.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have, it's a similar situation underneath the bridge. You've got pregnant women. You've got tired people. You've got little girls, little boys, obviously. Single adult men, single adult women too. Are they not? Because on the U.S. side, obviously, those people are oftentimes expelled under Title 42. Do you know if they have any kind of regulation like that here?
None that I know of. So as long as they have their immigration paperwork in order, they're welcome to stay here in Acuna or throughout Mexico. They're not necessarily here, but yeah, that's all that's required of them. Okay.
And again, a lot of these folks want to stay in Mexico, and the government is helping them get jobs. Now, do they help them with housing and things like that? Do you know?
I don't know if they're being helped with housing. I doubt it, because the ones I've spoken to, they've been looking for housing, and they're having to pay for it out of their pocket.
Oh, okay. And how, it would either have to be from a family member or something, because they're not working right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you walk me around a little bit?
Sure.
I know we do have access. We got permission. Auden has been here several times, so this is through basically what we have Border Patrol. Their federal government oversees this area.
So we can see on that end some of the supplies that they have.
Okay.
Water, paper.
Okay. Now, is everybody here?
There's also rooms over there for those that are infants.
Okay.
So they have have access to special rooms.
Okay.
And then everybody else is underneath it.
Okay. So now, do they just wash? Like, how do they wash clothing and stuff? Because obviously they're drying their clothes and stuff. But this is a much better situation.
So last night we had a major thunderstorm. So
a
lot of their belongings, their clothes got wet. So that's why they have it out to dry.
Yeah, there was you can see the ground's all still wet too. Yes. There was a big storm through here. Hola.
Underneath over here is more clothes, and somebody brought clothes, so they're going through it, sorting it out.
Okay. And what we were talking about was a lot of local groups and organizations that kind of act as NGOs here will come in and help out, and just people that are good Samaritans, you know, people that want to help.
Any volunteers are welcome to come by and drop off whether food, water, clothes, anything that they're wanting to donate. Tents, toys for the kids. I mean, everybody's pretty much chipping in here in Acuna.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a lot of family units here, guys. A lot of, I mean, a little bit of everything.
Yes.
It's just a place where, again, they were on this side once basically the U.S. side closed the Weir Dam off,
Correct.
Closed the bridge off, closed any access. This was kind of, they had about 300 to 400, what was it, 800?
It was about 1,000,
And now did the other half of those people, they go back into Mexico?
Yeah, so that's what some of them did. The ones who could afford it, they bought a bus ticket and they went to Mexico City or other parts of Mexico. And these are about 500 or so that decided to stay here in Ciudad Acuña.
Okay. And what would is this just a better situation because they can potentially get work and they have shelter and they don't have to be on the road constantly? Like, what would it be instead of going out into Mexico again? Why would the benefit be to stay here?
Well, one of them is that the community has come out to support them. So, you know, they do have access to clothes. They have the tents, so they're not in the 100-degree heat. If they were to leave, they're pretty much on their own. Some of them have said they don't have any more money.
Okay.
So they would be pretty much out in the street.
Okay. And a lot of them want to work, right? Like, hey! Well, football. I don't have coordination like that, man. Hola. So is there anything that you've noticed here that has stood out to you, has been something that you've wanted to look into further? Have you been talking to the migrants to learn what's going on with them, or what's your situation been as an independent journalist on this side?
Yeah, so I've come by and asked them, is like, so what's next for them? And that's what they're telling me. It's like, well, for now, we don't plan to go to the U.S. For now, we want to settle here in Mexico. So their first option is to find something stable here in Ciudad Acuña.
Okay.
If they can't find it, then their next step would be go somewhere to another city, so they could settle there. And settle could be temporary, could be permanent. We don't know. I mean, we know that their ultimate goal is to make it to the United States. So
now this is a hypothetical. Obviously, we're looking at thousands more migrants on the way towards the U.S., which Acuna is one of those spots that you've been told that there are about 500 that we know of that could end up back here. Yeah. Will this place hold that? Will they just put up more tents, or do you know what the plan is for the city of Acuna for more people to come in?
So that I know of, the plan is to have them all here in this concentrated area.
Okay.
So could it hold another 500? It could, but it'll be crowded.
Yeah. And they're trying to make it as livable and humane as possible, too, right? They don't want another situation like what we saw under the bridge. Now, I know you said that medical has been on site here. Has there been any issues, any kind of I hate the word outbreak, but has there been anything like that's been of concern here?
None that have been reported.
Okay.
So yeah, we had medical personnel here this morning. Okay. The Red Cross was also here.
Okay.
So they've been provided basic needs, medical needs. But nothing major that has come out of here.
Okay. Yeah, they're just occupying themselves, doing their thing. I mean, I don't really want to disrupt, I mean, this is like one of those times that they actually get a little bit of...
nice, it's cloudy, so they're out enjoying themselves, doing some activity. Now we have,
obviously, a couple of different groups here. Majority Haitian. Would you say Venezuelan? Where would you have you talked to anyone that isn't Haitian that's in this camp?
So I haven't spoken to them, but I did see a family unit. But I'm not sure which country they were. I mean, they greeted me in Spanish, and they were from obviously a Latin American country, but I didn't get an opportunity to speak with them. So,
okay.
Yeah. There are a few families that are not. They're not all Haitian.
Okay, so yeah, we were just giving you a little bit of a look inside the temporary shelter here in Acuna. About 300 to 400 people on a daily basis. They're are they coming and going to go shopping or what?
Yes.
Do they have full access to come and go?
Yes, they have full access.
Okay. But then what's the reason they have to come back?
So because this is they're not obligated to be here.
Okay,
So
like
if they
you
can-
said,
yeah,
they're on their own if
can
they're
aff-
out.
Yeah, they're on their own if they're out in the streets. If they
Okay.
can afford a house, an apartment, they're free to go and get it, rent it
Okay.
out. But yeah, they're free to go. National Guard is here at the entrance. That's just to provide security, make sure that nothing happens. But yeah, they can go in and out. Some of them go, those who can, they go to the stores, buy whatever their needs,
Okay.
and come back.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So they're just passing the time, you know. They're all out here. Here. I'm gonna throw. Maybe we'll get. Where did he go? You ready? Okay. Don't hit me in the face. Ready? Woo! Nice one. Okay, so that's a look inside the camp here. Obviously, as humane as they possibly can. Oh,
Somebody
they're doing
brought
food.
food, so yeah, they're lining up to.
Okay, let's go just get a little view of that and then we'll leave. I don't want to get in their dinner time either. And we've talked to, several migrants. Obviously, the information that we're given is very similar, where they're coming from, where they want to go. This side's a little bit different because they right now want jobs over here. They want to work. This has been the side that the Mexican government has been working with to say, you know what? If you want to be here, we'll help you. We'll help you stay here. We'll help you find work and things like that. So right now, so they're waiting for documents, or what are they waiting? Is that the processing system through here, or what happens? Because you said that there's been like 300 to 400. Does the number keep going up, or is this like the base number?
This is the base number.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Because we do have some in Ciudad Acuna. Those, like I said, they can afford a housing.
Okay.
So they're over there, but they also come by and visit.
Okay. I
Yeah,
just
after
love the
situation
little
for now,
girls
it's
there.
just kinda
Yeah.
like wait and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So again, here with Auden. What's your site if people want to look you up?
So I'm on Twitter and also on Getter, Auden
Okay.
Cabello.
Okay, Auden Cabello, guys, if
And
you want to
Facebook,
follow
of
him
course,
on
Facebook.
Facebook too. I think I've retweeted you. If you guys want to follow along, he's there. That's my guy right there, right? Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you guys later. Be well. This kid just wants to play, All right. Take care, my friends. See you later.